The unraveling Clara's laughter filled the house, bright and practiced, as she kissed her husband, Mark, goodbye. He was off to another conference, his suitcase packed with pressed shirts and ambition. She waved from the porch, her smile a perfect mask, until his car disappeared around the corner. Then she exhaled, her shoulders loosening, and reached for her phone. "Coast is clear," she texted. Within 20 minutes, Ethan's truck rumbled into the driveway. He was Mark's opposite, rough hands, reckless grin, no 5-year plan. Their affair had started 6 months ago, sparked by late-night drinks at a bar where Clara had gone to escape the monotony of her life. Ethan made her feel alive, untethered, like she wasn't just Mark's wife or the woman who folded laundry on Sundays. They barely made it to the couch before clothes were shed, the thrill of secrecy fueling their urgency. Clara didn't think about consequences. She told herself Mark was too busy to notice, too trusting to suspect. She was wrong. Mark wasn't at a conference. He'd been home that morning, sifting through bank statements, puzzled by charges for hotels he'd never visited. A colleague's offhand comment about seeing Clara with some guy at a cafe had planted a seed. Instead of driving to the airport, he'd doubled back, parking a block away. Now, standing in his own living room, he watched his wife with Ethan, the scene searing itself into his memory. He didn't shout, he didn't storm in. Clara didn't know she'd been caught until 2 days later, when Mark didn't come home as scheduled. His texts were curt, staying at a hotel. "We need to talk," panic clawed at her. She ended things with Ethan, scrubbing every trace of him from her phone, her house, her skin, but it was too late. When Mark finally returned, he was calm, too calm. He laid out the evidence, screenshots of texts he'd recovered from her cloud, hotel receipts, a neighbor's Ring camera footage of Ethan's truck. Clara's denials crumbled. She sobbed, begged, promised it was over. Mark listened, his face unreadable. "I'm not divorcing you," he said finally. Clara's relief was short-lived. "Not because I forgive you, because I want you to live with this." He moved into the guest room. He stopped wearing his wedding ring. He told their friends, her parents, his co-workers, anyone who asked, exactly why. Clara's world shrank, neighbors whispered. Her sister called her a fool. Her boss, a friend of Mark's, grew distant. Every day, Mark's quiet presence in the house was a reminder of her betrayal. He wasn't cruel, but he was done. No more date nights, no more shared dreams, just cohabitation, cold and civil. Clara tried to rebuild, to prove she could change. She went to therapy, wrote apologies Mark never read, but the guilt was a weight she couldn't shed. Ethan moved on, carefree, while Clara drowned in the wreckage. Months passed, then a year. Mark stayed, but he was a ghost in her life, there but untouchable. He left the next day, taking half the furniture and all her delusions of reconciliation. Clara sat alone in the too-big house, the silence louder than her laughter had ever been. She'd chased a fleeting thrill and lost everything. Her marriage, her reputation, her self-respect. The consequences weren't loud or dramatic. They were quiet, relentless, and hers to bear forever.